Hey everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit, and we're back in the Monster Manual 3.5. I just knocked some shit on the floor. I don't know what it was. And we're in the Wyvern. Wyvern, whatever. Oh. So, it's 15 foot long with a 20 foot wingspan, so we can assume that 2 inches should be about that. These wings are a little cartoony, but I think we can make them work. They're a little bit bigger than what we need. We can snip those down and connect those. So let's start with getting the wings off of him. I think we could probably use his head too, and maybe some other parts of him if we luck out. I'm going to take his wings. There's some kind of tag on here. I'm not sure where I got this dragon. I've had it for a very long time. I had 3 of these. One of them became a dragon statue on a build at one point. Alright, so we need legs, and I don't like those legs, so I'm going to see if we can take these off without killing myself. Yeah, I'm probably going to need some snippers for that to work those down. Take these legs off. I do not like the head, or I especially don't like the way the head is postured, at least. Okay. Probably should have left that head on until I got that leg snipped off the way I wanted. Alright, that's what I kind of want. Let's see how long that is. Over 3 inches. Okay. Okay. All I'm doing is rounding that off a little bit to get a way to make that kind of fit the way I want it to. So I'm just kind of smoothing up that big gap there. And I'll fill the rest in with baking soda and super glue and make it look nice. I kind of want to snip those horns off, but they kind of work. Let's steal this dude's back legs for sure, though. So let's see if we can get him with this. No, probably not. That was worth a try. I have a really big bite into that tail. All right, so we want to trim those up. To be similar. That's pretty close. Okay. Now, posturing is not perfect. We can kind of get that back a little bit. That should be good. So I'm just going to get in here. Oh, la, la, la. Just lightly get that in there. Okay. La 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 la. All right, let's get a base. Now remember, wyverns don't have front legs, they just have their wings. And then their tail also has a stinger on it. Boop doop boop. Okay. A little bit of soda of the bacon and a little bit of super of the glue later. We'll have this bad boy mounted and ready to rock. Okay, I want to get a little bit better of a bond back here against the back leg. And then to make sure that he doesn't lean forward at all, we're just going to get some baking soda in there, or some super glue in there. Get some baking soda on that to hold it in place. Now we're talking about permanent homes, and we're all pretty happy. Okay, so for the body, we want to get some on here, mostly on the top part here. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, set the glue off to the side, and let's look at these wings. We want a 20-foot wingspan, which would put us about right there. So we can take both of these, put them together. Snip those off. That neck ridge is awkward. Okay. Sweet. All right. I was going to worry about the stinger on the tail, but now let me see some artwork. Yeah, I don't know if I'm really worried about that too much. This is definitely the kind of shape we wanted. I want some texture on these wings on the bottom for sure, because those don't seem super sturdy as it is. So to sturdy those wings up, just going to get glue and paint this lightly with it. Okay. Now we could take a break and go into a part 2, and I could black bomb this. But I think that the smart move here, because I got to actually leave town in a little bit here. I got to drive out to one of my sites tonight, so I can be there early in the morning. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to burn off any, what do you call it? I'm going to shoot it with some clear coat instead of black spray paint. And clear coat dries and gives it a coating the paint will stick to well. I don't really have my booth set up to make it a big mess of black paint. Okay. What color should we paint the Wyvern? They're kind of like brown and tan, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to get some brown paint and a cheapy brush. I'm going to give the tip of that brush a little damp. We'll start with a dark brown instead of a black. Now, since we didn't do a primer rattle can primer on this, we can't really miss anything. So, okay, we got to get in all the cracks and everything because we don't have that margin for error. So, for you lazy painters out there, like me, you're just not going to be able to half-ass this one that well. Need some more paint. I have Giggy Taw stuck in my head for those of you who know who that is. All I want to do is to thank you, even though I don't know who you are. You let me change lanes while I was driving in my car. So I drive around all day, making atmospheric haze, till I want to get off again. Then all I have to say is all I want to do is to thank you, even though I don't know who you are. I'm trouble getting back in there, in that crevice. Okay, get a tiny bit of water. See if I can push it back in there. All right, let's set that off to the side and hit this dude with the hot air gun. All right, we got some immediate problems here. We're going to come in and get some where there's some green showing. I just didn't get good coverage, and I couldn't tell. So I'm using a dry crap brush, and I'm just coming back over and forcing it into those areas that didn't get good coverage. And most of those are on the rubbery part that was on from that cheapy dragon. Okay, but I think I can't complain about that dragon. I don't remember exactly where I got it, but it's been sitting in a box for many years. At least 5 or 6, maybe 10. I don't know. Seems like lately all the years just kind of roll along. All right, so grab some cardboard. There we go. And a soft makeup brush. Something like that. It's from the Dollar Tree. This color's called Chocolate Bar. And it's not really any lighter, but it's a little bit reddish. I'm going to try to create some variation on the base tone. I am not doing a phenomenal job or spending a lot of effort on this. Okay. I'm going to swap that out. Hot air gun. I'm going to grab the same paint in the brush, not changing that out. I'm going to grab some of this chestnut, which is like a orangish brown. And I'm giving them a little bit of attention. And what I mean by that is I'm trying to catch the majority of the top surface area, so it's noticeable that I put some effort into it. When I say some effort, we're not talking about extreme effort here. We're just talking about some effort. Oh, look, there's some Parasophilus writing there. Probably should have checked that before I painted it, huh? Oh, well, it'll be alright. That way some confused kid will find this in the future in a hole in their yard long after I'm buried and gone, and my kids have lost interest in D&D, and maybe they're gone too by then. And he goes, Dada, we were all wrong. The Parasophilus is a dragon. The scientists put them together wrong. Look, here's an actual model of one. And he'll go, well, son, you're correct. We'll have to get those damn scientists in check, won't we? And we'll all be in our graves going, as we rightly should. So this color is khaki, and this is really light, so we're going to have to get smart here. So let's get our khaki and rub it around in our orange and create another lighter tone that we can steal to do some of the higher elevated stuff and some of the detail around the face and such. We'll hit that line down his back and the outsides of his wings. Then we're going to do the legs a little bit. Hit them sides up. And I'm not really going underneath too much. No need for it. Then we're going to get a little bit more of that khaki. We're going to bring that down another layer. A lighter layer. Okay. Look at that. It's starting to look okay. Something like that. All right, we're pretty happy with that now. Let's put that brush away. We're going to keep our khaki out, though. So, get in a small brush. Make sure it's damp. We're going to paint the nails with that khaki. And as per the usual, we're not looking for perfection. Okay. We're going to touch those teeth with it too. They are very pronounced. It should be pretty easy to hit those. Yeah, it's a good thing I'm leaving tonight. There's already people having trouble getting on the road. There's people out there slipping and sliding around. I'll leave tonight, take my time. Stay in a half-ass hotel and call it a win. Look at those giant eyes. What a blessing compared to some of the ones I've done lately. You know what? For those horns, as much as I would like to lighten them up with this color, I'm not using this brush. I don't know why I put the paint away. I need the paint. Cleaning the brush out with my mouth. I'm using a soft plastic tip brush I could do a little dry brushing with. We're going to need to lighten those up more, but we'll do it with the same color we're using on the teeth. I'm going to grab another yellow color. I'm going to grab two. I'm going to grab ivory for the horns, and then I'm going to grab an off-white called antique white for the other stuff. And then we're about done. We'll do a little bit of work on the old base key. Okay. This is that ivory. Now I'm going to go back to my small brush, or a small brush, probably not the exact same one. Let's use this off-white color. This is antique white. I'm getting a very small, soft bristle, plastic bristle brush. Wiping a lot of that off, and I'm going to touch each of those nails just a tiny bit. Not putting an enormous amount of effort there, just dragging a line down the middle of it. Touching those teeth with it. All right, let's get a tiny brush. Let's go back to my size 1. First, let's air gun this dude. I'm gonna make him looking kind of down and to his left. And don't forget, these dudes probably got like those slit eyes. Okay. Now, I would like to do, I'm going to take that black back out. I'm going to do a ring around the base and dry that off. And then I'm going to use a brush to do the glue. Because I have a lot of mistakes on this base I don't want to clean up because I'm in a hurry because I got to get going. And I didn't realize how long it was. But I'm going to use a brush to do my glue. And I'm going to cover a good bit of that base and hide any mistakes that don't. Instead of repainting, you know, just cover it up with flock. I usually don't like to use a bunch of flock on minis like this, but again, I'm in a hurry because I do have to leave town. So wyverns can speak Draconic, but they're not particularly intelligent, and they mostly just kind of like hiss and roar. They're just super aggressive, and they are related to the dragon as some kind of cousin. And I'm sure if I could look in the book and read the stat block as I was doing this, I could tell you something more interesting about them. They do have a poison. I can't remember if how that affects you, but they do have one. So if you like what I'm doing here on the channel, do me a big favor. Hit like, subscribe, share, notification bell icon, leave me a comment, all that happy crap. That stuff shows that the videos are interesting enough to interact with, and then the algorithm pushes it forward. But what tends to happen is, especially because like my production quality is very low, a lot of people don't want to watch me again. People watch a few minutes of a video and just kind of let it go. And then it's telling the algorithm, you know, since people aren't like leaving comments or doing anything. I mean, there's some comments, don't get me wrong. But it's basically telling the algorithm, hey, this isn't very good. Don't recommend it. So, you know, obviously since we started a few months ago, we've got some serious headway. I didn't think we'd get 50 subscribers, and I think we're over 600 and something now. But I did not foresee that future as being a reality for me or my channel. I was just showing people how to make cheap minis. And if nobody watched, I was just kind of doing it for fun. And I mean, what can it hurt? You know, it's like free advertisement for Dungeon Swag, so. Can't hurt. All right. Oh, there's a little bit back here I need to get. Okay, sweet. All right. Please check out the website, www.dungeon-or/swag.com, Dungeon Swag. Buy miniatures, not these miniatures that I'm making here, but real miniatures. And check out our Discord and hang out with the other crafters and RPGers there and make some friends. So I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to clear coat this, go upstairs, record a short, pack the rest of my bag, and I'm going to run. And I'll see you next time, which I hopefully is tomorrow night. And since we have 20 seconds, let's see what's next. The Zill. It's like an Ant-Man. See you next time.